Hello, Bruce. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
We'll get started with questions. First, we'll go to Tom Quinlan from WPRO. He'll be followed up by Seth McCumber. And a reminder to everyone, if you have questions for Bruce, please hit the raise hand icon. We'll try to get to as many of you as we can. Tom, you're unmuted now.
Thanks, Dan. Coach, good to see you. Last 6 matches, you've outscored your opponents 15-8. You know, it's only 1 loss in your last 6 across all competitions. So even though that you're not getting 3 points, do you feel like things are starting to come together a little bit?
Yes, let's be fair, not our best day. And we made some mistakes, obviously, in the game, and probably could have done a little better job protecting the lead in the second half. But the one thing that was a positive at the end of the game, at least we closed the game out and didn't concede a goal like we've done in a number of games this year. So that side of it's a positive.
Next, we go to Seth McCumber from SB Nation. He'll be followed up by Jamie Rook from Last Word on Sports. Seth, you're unmuted now.
Hi, Bruce. Thanks for taking the time. Like Tom said, there's obviously some positives in this recent stretch. Looking at the big picture, the Revs have conceded 20 goals this year. Last year, you guys have conceded 41. Are you concerned about the defensive performances or just about needing more time to get things right?
I don't know. I haven't thought of it like that. I think obviously if we improve defensively, we'll probably win some more games. The positive part is, I think over the last half a dozen games or so, we've scored a bunch of goals. So certainly, if we can be a little bit better defensively, we'll win more games.
Next, we'll go to Jamie Rook from Last Word on Sports. Jamie, you're unmuted now.
Hi, Bruce. Could you just answer as to why, what was the thinking behind the change bringing Emma Boateng into the starting lineup as opposed to Rivera? And also, is there any update on the status of Gustavo Bo?
Well, Rivera played 2 90-minute games in a row. And for a player of his age and with not that much experience at this level, it's hard to ask him to rev it up again for the third week, for the third game in a week. So that's the reason for that.
Next, we'll go back to Tom Quinlan from WPRO. Tom, you're unmuted now.
Just following up, Gustavo Bo coming back, as you start to see this offense explode a little bit more here. Do you think that, your ability to take over games earlier is going to, start to show once you get him back in the rotation?
I have no idea how to answer that question. We'll see. It's going to take a while for him to get back in a rhythm. He's been out an awful long time. So we just have to wait and see.
We'll take one more question. That'll go to Rich Thompson from the Boston Herald. Rich, you're unmuted now.
Hi, Bruce. Just comment on the pass Sebastian made to set up Adam's second goal. I kind of thought he was going to shoot at that situation.
Well, it was a situation where he took advantage of the space ahead of him, and I was surprised how he saw Adam there. It was a great ball and a great finish. Sebastian's capable of that. I think he still needs to be more aggressive in the attacking third of the field, but on that play, he certainly showed that.
Okay, Bruce, that's all the questions we have. Thank you.